you beautiful people out there. It is 5:56 in the morning, and it is also a Friday. And my cat, I don't know why the fuck, is whining. Yeah, don't want to
She's
listen
on
to that
one
no
this
more.
morning.
Yeah, don't know why. You can hear?
I can hear. Yeah.
Okay, well that's great.
Sorry. Part
But
of
no,
recording at home and on the road.
so it is a beautiful Friday. The holidays are all over with now. Um, Happy New Year to everybody. It is officially January 2nd. It is almost 6 o'clock in the morning. And we had some okay. We had some shitty games. We had some okay games. And we had one fucking barn burner of a game, and that being Ole Miss and Georgia. And holy shit, the outcome with that was just insane. It was insane. So let's, I guess, start off with the Alabama Indiana game. Um, don't know. I don't remember. Did you write down those picks over here
Yeah,
on
it's
this
over
one?
there on the sheet somewhere.
Okay. So we both picked. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's just go with the first game of the night, or the first game New Year's Eve night, which was the Ohio State Miami
Miami.
game.
Yeah.
And Miami decided, hey, we're actually going to play football. Yeah, it's
I think
wild,
it's.
right?
I think. I think it's part of Miami is like a little bit underrated, and Ohio State has been very highly overrated all season. They have
Yeah,
one good win, and it was the first game of the season, Texas, and it was Arch's first game. It was a close. I think it was a one-score game that they lost. Arch didn't look good. Texas didn't look good. Hell, Texas started number one or number two preseason and dropped out the top 10 within the first 2 weeks of the season,
right,
or dropped
correct.
out the top 25 within the first 2 weeks actually.
Yeah,
So that really wasn't like. I mean, it's a good win, right? You got to win over a quality opponent that ended what number 15 in the country this year when the season ended, and
yeah, it sounds
that
like
was
that.
just
I think,
that,
yeah.
that was your only good win. The next team you faced was Indy, and you got exposed. Like you scored 10,
Well, I
and
mean, the
then you
same
face
argument could be
another
made
top
for
team.
Miami.
What'd you
Like
say?
you could make the same argument for Miami as well.
Yeah, I mean Miami has faced I think better quality opponents. Their two
Uh
losses is A&M and Notre Dame. I mean,
yeah, but you can't tell me that the ACC schedule is harder than the SEC schedule.
no, it's not. But we're not talking about
Oh, wait,
the
wait. You're right.
SEC.
You're right. You're right. I'm
So
sorry.
it's the Big Ten.
Okay. Well, okay. If that's the case, I think a Big Ten schedule is harder than an ACC schedule.
Yeah,
Well,
it's kind
it was going to be, everybody say hey to the cat. Um,
of.
it was going to be until Penn State shit the bed. Well, when Drew Aller got hurt, that was the big deal,
Yeah,
right? Penn State is kind of they're a different team if Drew Aller doesn't get hurt.
yeah. They Penn State didn't live up to expectation either, which is
No,
why 5 weeks into the season they're a coach fired.
right? But again, starting quarterbacks hurt. Oh my
Yep.
god, I'm gonna hurt. I'm not gonna hurt this cat. I'm not gonna hurt this cat. I'm not gonna hurt this cat.
Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts, dude. I tell you that Miami defense, man, they remind me a lot of the Oregon defense. Very underrated. Nobody was talking about them really, and that was a very impressive game for Miami. They did really well. That was New Year's Eve night, so I'm
Yeah,
sure the
dude, that
majority of
pick
college
six,
football people were blowing
the,
fireworks and watching that game.
the pick six on that screenplay.
Was insane.
It was a perfect play. It was a
Yeah,
perfect
that
play that only they saw coming.
that DB just read that like a book and jumped the route, called the ball in full stride. Like it's not like he had to stop and just wait on it. I mean, he called it looking like a wide receiver, hands fully extended, full stride to the house. It was
Yeah. Oh no,
very
I mean it was no doubt he was taking it to the house.
yeah.
But then, all right, so we both picked Ohio State in that game, by the way.
Yep.
Um, We were wrong. We were both wrong. And then there we go. That starts off with the 0 and 0 and 3,
0-5
0
at the
and
time.
5, 0 and 5, 0
Yeah.
and 5 at the time of teams that got a bye. That got a first round bye that don't make it out of their round that they get a bye in. And then we go to the Oregon Texas Tech game.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Who
Didn't
who
see this
thought
coming.
who thought Texas Tech would shit the bed? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they couldn't move the football. I mean, just like I said, that Oregon defense, man. It's like they said at the halftime show, or maybe it was after the game. I don't remember exactly which one, but they were talking about, you know, the the preach all along for Dan Lanning was everybody's talking about the $7 million Texas Tech front seven. It's like nobody's talking about the Oregon defense, and that's what they preached all week was nobody's talking about you, nobody's talking about you, nobody's talking about you. And man, I tell you, them boys showed up and balled out. That Oregon
yeah,
defense, holy shit, they
Oregon
averaged
defense.
like 6'4", 297 across the front.
The
Like,
so yeah. So
whew,
first of all, give me a second. Let me let this cat out this room before I go crazy. Give
yeah,
me a second.
she's going crazy. Oh man, that Oregon defense though, while Coach Rob does this, man, holy smokes, what a show! I mean, they couldn't move the football to save their lives,
Dude,
and
they
Texas Tech's
couldn't.
defense wasn't bad either. They just couldn't get off the field.
No, it's absolutely correct. And it was so Texas Tech and you bring up like Oregon was moving the ball, they were doing whatever the hell they wanted pretty much. And but it wasn't until like the second half really. And you had some turnovers, you had the makings of a defensive game, then kind of all of a sudden Oregon just turned it on. And Texas Tech could not get it going. They completely took Joey Rodriguez out of the question. Like Joey
Jacob,
Rodriguez was kind of nowhere to be found.
Jacob,
Oh, Jacob Rodriguez. I kept calling him Joey.
uh,
But he wasn't
dude, I
anywhere
tell
to
you,
be
look,
found.
yeah, they made it a priority to make sure they got to him and blocked him and kept him out of the game.
But
Quick
they
passes
had
away
other
from
people.
him.
They had other people step up. I mean,
Yeah,
other people stepped up and made plays that normally he'd be there or whatever. And it was they had a
that dude.
great defensive game like the first quarter, first half even.
Yeah,
After that, oh, just hell broke loose.
yeah, dude. I tell you, man, Dante Moore, QB for Oregon. That dude looked amazing.
Oh, he's
He
a
was an
stud, dude.
absolute dog. Like,
He was a unit in this game, and they needed him for sure. I mean, we went into this game going, this is going to be the hardest one for either of us to pick,
yeah,
and you made the right pick. But there we go. There's 0 and 6.
yeah,
0 and 6 in the last 2 years of teams with a first round bye and don't make it out of the round that they play in.
yeah.
And so now you have a matchup of Miami, or no, they're on opposite sides of the bracket. We'll get there. Hold on. So now you got the Indiana and Alabama game, and turns out, Coach, we both picked Indiana in this one.
Mm,
I didn't know. We were texting last night. We were texting back and forth. And we were going, we don't remember who picked what. I thought we were split on this, but apparently we both picked Indiana according to this paper that you have written down,
all right, cool.
and which is really good because that's who won. Kurt Signetti remains. Kurt Signetti, Google him, he wins. And Alabama kind of shit the bed in this one. They
You put your starter on the bench. Ty Simpson got
hold
benched.
hold
I know he
on.
was a little bit banged up.
He got hit. He got hit, and I think he went under concussion protocol at the half. And they said, "Well, maybe you're good." And then, because it seemed like whenever they pulled him back out, they seemed to be kind of doing some more tests. It almost looked like a DUI checkpoint. Not that I've been a part of one of those, but I'm just saying, like it looked a little bit like that on the sidelines, and so you're sitting there going, okay, well maybe he's either hurt or you know he's his feelings are hurt.
I was about to say one way or two he's hurting. It's either physically or his feelings.
Right, correct. And I mean, look, the backup quarterback that they put in, he wasn't bad. It's just Indiana had something for every single thing that they threw at him.
Dude, Indiana, man, I tell you that's one of the most impressive teams that I've
Would
watched in a
you?
long time. I mean,
We
I know we
we
had
did
our 2019 football team in LSU and how good they were and all the records that
right.
we broke and stuff. But defensively, and LSU didn't have all their guys at the beginning of that season. So defensively, we weren't like just an outstanding defense. I mean, Indiana does it all, dude. Offense, defense, special teams. They can run, they can throw, they can RPO. Like, dude, they are so sound all the way around. That football team is really good. Siggs has done
Yeah, I mean,
a
he's done
fantastic
a
job. I mean,
phenomenal
Google him.
job.
I just went. I just
Yeah,
went.
yeah,
Like,
that's
I love
seriously
that.
like he. So we had this argument earlier. Would you consider Indiana a Cinderella story?
No,
No. Okay, I didn't think so. I wouldn't
no.
either. We somebody was arguing because no one picked them to be in the spot that they're in or whatever. But if you look last year, like they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, the turnaround started last year. I mean,
Right.
you
If
can't
they
be
would
a
have won it,
Cinderella being the number
if they
one
would have
seed.
won it, if they would have won it in Signetti's first year, then yeah, I think you consider that. But
Yeah, yeah.
they didn't. They
You
made the
can't be the
playoffs.
number one seed and be a Cinderella story.
Is it
That's
is
kind of
it
silly.
true? Is it true that Indiana has no 4 or 5 stars on their team?
I have no idea.
I thought I remember someone said something about that. I don't know if it's true or not, but if that is true, this is the college that is going to be known as the 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 school that stayed out of the NIL era and just developed players. Right? So this is going to be the school where the kids go to play for the coach, not for the school, not for the money or anything like that. They go because they want to go to the NFL. This is what Indiana is becoming.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Signetti, he builds. I mean, he builds, he develops. Like, he's part of the Nick Saban tree.
Yeah, I mean, and he was at what JMU 2 years ago, whenever they had that incredible season and like became bowl eligible for the first time in forever. Like
Yeah, something like that. He's had a heck of a turnaround. I mean,
he
where he
has,
got started was one of the worst jobs in football after he left
yeah,
Alabama.
yeah. It's unreal what he's done, and shout out to him because now they have to go and they have to face Oregon, which is a rematch from this
Yeah,
past year. I mean, a rematch from the season, and it's going to be. Um, I think Indiana took
that's
that one 30-20.
yeah. Indiana beat him.
Yeah, because Indiana's undefeated. So, and now let's go to this barn burner of a fucking game that we watched late last night.
Yeah.
Holy shit! The Georgia Bulldogs fall to the. I don't want to say coachless,
Hmm.
but the this if
They're not coachless yet.
if you want to call it a Cinderella story,
Yeah, I could get on the bandwagon with this team
This
beating
Ole Miss
Cinderella.
team, this Ole Miss team could be a Cinderella story
I could get on the wagon with that one.
because if this Ole Miss team ends up beating Miami and makes it to the national championship with a defensive coordinator and basically no, he's going to be the head coach, right? They've already named him. He's not an interim. He's a head coach.
Yeah, he's the head coach. Yeah.
If he makes it to the national championship, I I have a feeling that most of his players will stay. I know I because like before, you got to think like, all right, they're going to lose out. Everybody's going to hop in a portal. They're going to go. They're going to go to LSU with Lane, right? Or whoever Lane wants, right? Lane can get. I don't see that happening now, and especially if they win this next game against Miami.
Yeah, but I mean, the other part that sucks for them is, it's by the time that the season's over, whether it's next game, whether it's national championship, like the portal's coming to an end. Not what, a couple days after the Natty, and
Yeah,
so
so they
like,
only have a little bit to, yeah,
yeah, these coaches. I mean, like Lane and all these guys. Charlie's coming up from Ole Miss. All these guys can still go out and recruit over this next week before Ole Miss's next game
yeah,
for LSU.
yeah,
Pete and
yeah,
them are going to be, Pete and whatever staff he's going to be keeping, which is mostly the defensive staff. It's not the
right.
offensive guys. All six offensive guys are coming to LSU. They already brought in Frank. He was at the game last night. Whoop de damn do. He can go. See you later. Uh, but I mean, you can't. These guys that's not in the portal right now. People are expecting Quan Lacey, Trinidad if he gets another year. That wide receiver, I can't think of his name right now, and a couple other guys that are gonna, that are pieces that's gonna enter the portal. But by that time, who's not to say your powerhouses, LSU, Texas, Bama, Oregon? Well, they're still in it too right now, but
Yeah,
Texas Tech. Like, who's to say these guys don't have all their players that they want, and they ain't got $2 million to go give Kawan Lacey at
yeah.
at the
No,
end of the portal season,
I did.
essentially.
I did hear that Lacey's staying. I did hear Lacey's made up his mind already. He's staying.
I
That's
mean,
what
I
I
wouldn't
heard.
be surprised.
It
It is
it
what
makes
it is.
sense. It
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense, especially because he's playing right now. He loves this team so much. He's playing right now with a hurt shoulder. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like he's giving it his all right now. I mean, and played an incredible game last night too. Like this is going to be. I mean, look, we have our
He
matchup
won't be
set.
able to do that with Frank Wilson, though. He fumbled, so Frank's going to put him on the bench because he
Oh
fumbled,
my god.
just like he
Yeah, I
did with
don't.
Harlem.
I still don't understand that move, but whatever. It is what it is. I don't
And if you look
understand.
at Ole Miss fans, they're so delusional. They got on their message boards after that fumble and said, I mean, somebody got to say it, looked intentional.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
what looked
exactly.
intentional.
They're so delusional. They can't even cheer for their own team.
What looked intentional was Paul Crew from the longest yard playing quarterback for Texas Tech. That's what looked. That's what looked intentional.
Dude, I
And I
was
texted you
dying
that, and
laughing when you said
I
that.
texted five. I texted about five other people that, and I was like, "This is insane," because you kept saying, "Hey, check his FanDuel, check his DraftKings." Like he,
Yeah,
he might be under investigation for that shit. But then you start looking at it, and you're like, he might be. I'm look. I'm not doing it.
we're
I'm not
not
doing
saying
it.
that about it.
But
We're all just
but
making a joke.
but if I were to put the blame on something, you know, for
It's
Texas
him
Tech,
and it's Kirby Smart for trying to get too cute in that game all last night.
right? But again, so because Ole Miss wins, Georgia loses, right? And so now
Yeah,
Georgia loses, and now you have the bye week teams in the last 2 years, 1-7.
yeah, it's crazy.
So now, as a playoff committee, and as a person who wants to see these good games, wants to see you put these teams in this position. You gave them a bye for a certain fucking reason.
Right.
Like they have all this time to prepare, and I guess they said it on game day. Are they rested or are they rusty?
Yeah.
Right, and like Pat picked Indiana because Nick Saban asked him the question: Are they rested or are they rusty? He said, "Who's the head coach?" It's Signetti. He said,
It don't matter
Their
who the
boys
head
are
coach
rested."
is. Pat was picking Indiana. It
He
don't
was,
matter
yeah,
who
it
the
don't
coach
matter.
is.
He's a he's a huge Coach
I,
Signetti fan.
I want to see.
So,
Well, he's also from there. I want to see and play
well,
football
no, no, no,
with the
no, no,
Colts.
no,
But
no, no. He's not from there. He's from Pennsylvania. He's from Pittsburgh.
Where's he currently reside at?
He played
He's
football for the Indianapolis Colts, and his wife and his in-laws and all are from Indiana. So he has to. I just saying.
where's he currently residing?
Yes, he lives in Indiana.
All right, he's from. You
He
sure he
he
wasn't born
lives
there?
in
Whatever.
Indiana.
He's from Indiana. Yes.
He's not from there.
I want to see a matchup with Indiana versus West Virginia and see who Pat picks.
West West Virginia's his alma mater. He I think he would go with Rich Rodriguez. I think he would have to go with Rich Rod. I don't think he wants to, but I think he would have to.
Yeah, dude, I tell you, man, that game Trinidad looked unbelievable. I mean,
Dude,
set the record for 13 straight
unstoppable.
completions. It's a Sugar Bowl record. Like
Unstoppable, dude. Couldn't
that dude, that
couldn't
dude
miss.
reminded me of Michael Vick, just running in the backfield and just scrambling, getting open, figuring out a
Scramble,
way, making
scramble,
it work.
throw
Like
it. Yeah,
it was,
scramble, throw it 50 yards downfield and just hope somebody catches it.
it
Dude,
was
that is the most
extremely impressive.
that game on both sides for Gunner Stockton and for Chambliss. It was both. Let's throw the ball 30 yards down the field and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah,
Dude, it was deep passes all game.
I know
All game.
it was a nice open spread offense for both teams, and freaking it was, man, what an impressive game. What a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, the back and
Yes.
forth, the
Well, see,
two powerhouses just going to town on each other, bro. Just I mean, it was one play, next drive that team answers, next drive they
scoring
answer, next
quick.
drive they answer. I mean,
Scoring quick.
yes,
Did you
unbelievable.
when did you turn the game off? Because you told me, hey, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, you know. Did you
Yeah,
see
I
the three
I did.
times
Yeah,
them
I saw
going
the
back one off
Yeah, I saw the ending of it this morning. I turned it off when they returned it, and the dude threw it.
for a
Um,
safety?
out yeah, well, it was out of bounds at first, and then they called it a safety, but there was no time on the clock. Apparently, they added a second, and then they did an onside kick, and then they recovered it, and then
Which,
they
if
charged
it's
the
a
field
safety,
again,
I thought you
and
had to
then they
punt.
made them go back, and then I don't. Yeah,
If it's a safety, I thought you had to punt.
yeah, I don't know. Uh, there's apparently new rules that you can
I don't
choose to punt or onside kick. I guess I don't
I
know.
don't know, but it looks like you pulled up at work. I need to go and
Yeah,
tell my
my
wife.
Uber's charging me a little extra cents right now.
Yeah, I need to go tell my wife. Have a good day at work. So with that being said, we are going to try to get an actual full episode in, pending Coach Jace's laptop situation. That he's
It's 100% charged right now.
It's crazy when you have the right charger for the right things.
That's well, still shouldn't matter.
Coach Jace's fault. Anyways, go ahead and close this out, Coach, since you're ready.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in. This very quick episode, 24 minutes. Get to do a little college football recap though on this Friday. Happy New Year to everyone. It's 2026. Don't forget to write that on your paperwork because it's going to take a long time to get used to writing 26 on paperwork. Um, it's good to be back. Good to talk to you again, Coach. We'll be back at this thing full time again. So we had a great break, and the
Bella said
boys
bye.
are, oh, bye, Bell. Uh, the boys are back. So happy New Year, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. College football recap semifinals are on the way. Major League Baseball talk coming to you shortly because we got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Have a good day. Go sleep. I got to work, and I will hopefully see you this afternoon so we can record about Major League Baseball. But until then, I'm Coach Jace. That's Coach Rob, and we are your boys with